This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
A look back at some of the biggest stories of the year with the Standard Speaker's managing editor next. 'Twas the last newscast before Christmas. Thank you for joining us here at SSPTV News. I'm Ken Carr. Remember, you can watch us in HD on Service Electric Cablevision Channel 513 and anywhere, anytime with the Samsung Productions app. And now here's your headlines from SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. A two-car crash sent 2 people to the hospital, and one of the cars ended up hitting a building. It happened around 10:30 this morning. A red Chrysler hit the stone side of a commercial building on South Vine Street. Firefighters had to free the driver from the vehicle. The other car was found at South Vine and Mine Streets. Both drivers were taken to the hospital. Hazleton police are investigating. The Hazleton Integration Project will be featured in an upcoming documentary, and you have the chance to see a sneak preview. The documentary by Citizen Film is titled American Creed. One of the featured stories in it centers on Hazleton native and Chicago Cubs manager Joe Maddon, who founded the local center. The documentary focuses on stories of individuals and communities striving to realize their dreams. The film will air on WVIA TV and PBS stations nationwide on February 27th. WVIA will co-host a free preview screening along with Joe Maddon on Wednesday, December 27th at the Hazleton One Community Center, 224 East 4th Street in Hazleton at 7 p.m. 2017 has been a very busy year in news. Lisa Sugart sat down with Standard Speaker Managing Editor Mark Ketcher to discuss the newspaper's annual year in review.
It's hard to believe that 2017 is almost over, and as in years past, our good friends at the Hazleton Standard Speaker will be recapping the top stories of the year with their year in review. Here to tell us about it is Mark Ketcher, the managing editor of the Standard Speaker. Mark, it's nice to have you here. Merry Christmas to everyone at the paper. I'm sure they're very busy, like Santa's elves down there getting ready for this.
Sure. Merry Christmas to you and to everyone else. Every year we look back over the past 12 months and try to identify the top 10 stories of the year out of countless dozens of stories that we report on a daily basis. So the staff has voted on its what it believes is the top 10 stories of the year, and we will recap those in our edition on December 31st. I'm not going to give away the whole list here. So maybe we'll just give a few teasers as to what we might be looking at on that date. So a few things. Politics was again important. There was a municipal election this year, and we had incumbents who were ousted from Hazleton City Council, and there was also change on the Hazleton Area School Board. Those are our two biggest beats in terms of news coverage. So we always focus heavily on those. And also along political lines, of course, we had the first year of a new president, and a local man, our representative in Congress, who is closely tied to the president in Lou Barletta. So there were some developments as the year went on as it relates to the relationship between the congressman in the 11th Congressional District and the President of the United States. So we'll be looking at that as well. Some other things, as I mentioned before, the City of Hazleton, obviously our main focus. And during this past year, the financial difficulties of the city continued. And there was a proposal to enter into Act 47, which is a designation from the state that the city is financially distressed. One other thing we'll be looking at, the announcement was made that there will not be a new hospital built for Lehigh Valley Health Network in the Hazleton area. They will keep a lot of services at the existing Lehigh Valley Hospital at Hazleton, the former Hazleton General Hospital. And they will be expanding some services out on the Airport Beltway near the Hazleton Health and Wellness Center. So that was important. And then one last thing I wanted to mention, as we're heading into winter, I thought it would be a good segue. If everybody remembers the blizzard in March, March 15th actually beat the record of the famous blizzard of '93. So that was something that certainly was memorable about 2017. And like I said, we have December and the rest of the winter coming up, so it could be a look ahead also to what's going to happen in 2018.
Hopefully we don't have any more blizzards like that. So this is great. You get to see a look back at the past year. You also have photos, the top photos for news and sports as well. So this is also awesome.
Right. So the package of the project is not just a recap in story form. We also have our year in photos, which will be published in news and in sports, also online, so that there will be a photo gallery. We'll be asking readers to pick from the top 10 that we present and ask them what they think was the top story of 2017. So those are some of the other things that we're doing along with the top 10. And then one last thing is, of course, the website is big for us now, along with the print edition. And if you go on the website every day, there's a list of the most read stories of that day. I know it's a popular feature because readers, visitors to the site can go there and see what other people are looking at, and they can really use it as a gauge to see what the top news is of the day, other than just looking from the top down on the website. So what we did was we went back and used our analytics, our tracking for the website to see what the most read stories were online. So we'll be giving a top 10 list of that as well in that December 31st edition, and always on standardspeaker.com.
All right, great. You really get to see what happened last year, and the year goes by so quickly you may forget, but please check out this special 2017 Year in Review on New Year's Eve, Sunday, for the Standard Speaker, in the newspaper, and as Mark said, also at standardspeaker.com.
Thanks, Lisa. Good to see you, Mark. In other news, the United Way of Greater Hazelton will host its free Christmas dinner. It will be served from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. on Christmas Day at Holy Rosary Church, 240 South Poplar Street in Hazelton. Delivery and rides are available. For more information, call 570-455-9515, extension 207. The 2018 primary election is months away, but candidates are already busy getting out their messages. Two new Sam Lassand shows feature candidates for United States Congress. Dan Muser, the former Pennsylvania Revenue Secretary, is seeking the Republican nomination for Congress in the 11th District, the seat currently held by Lou Barletta. Meanwhile, Robert Knagle is seeking the Republican nod for the 17th Congressional District seat currently held by Democrat Matt Cartwright. He also joined Sam to talk about his candidacy. Check local listings for dates and times of both shows, or watch anytime at SSPTV.com or with the Samsung Productions app. The end of 2017 means it's time for the season finale of The Girls, and Deb and Janine invite you to kick off the new year with a healthy attitude. Join them at Core Fitness in Hazelton as they learn tips for getting in shape from American Ninja Warrior contestant Jessica Lee Ebert of Bold Gold Media. The season finale premieres next Friday, December 29th at 9 p.m. on SSP TV, or again, you can watch online or with our app. And speaking of the new year, Mohegan Sun Pocono invites you to ring in the new year with live music, dining specials, and a festive night. On New Year's Eve, check out the Timbers Buffet from 4 until 10 p.m. The cost is $29.99. Then enjoy great entertainment at Ruth Chris Steakhouse, Wisecrackers Comedy Club, Breakers, or Bar Louie. And don't miss the Timbers Buffet on New Year's Day. For more information, go to MoheganSunPocono.com. Everyone at SSP TV News would like to thank you, our viewers, for making 2017 a wonderful year. And thanks to the generosity of the Lassand family, SSP TV News will be on hiatus for 1 week so that we can enjoy the Christmas holiday with friends and family. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you to the Lassand family for that much-needed break. And in our place of SSP TV News, you can enjoy special programming all next week, including a holiday edition of Out of Left Field, and the Sam Lassand Show. Out of Left Field will be on Monday at noon, the Sam Lassand Show at 5 p.m., and then it will repeat throughout the night. SSP TV News will return on January 1st with a New Year's Day special edition. It will feature a political preview with SSP TV political analyst Charles McElwee, New Year's resolution tips from Core Fitness, a special astronomy segment, and a holiday edition of Dave Day with Standard Speaker sports editor Dave Seaman. So start the new year off right with SSP TV News. Coming up on this edition of SSP TV News, a dog named Sammy and a cat named Buttercup, who are both up for adoption at the Hazelton Animal Shelter. And in sports, we talk with
When
Hazel
potential
Terrier's
and
Adrian Otero about his commitment to play Division I football at the University of Maine. This is SSPTV News, your place for 24 hours of your hometown news and information.
This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Hi, I'm Anna Hadjaeva Mariano, and welcome to Modern Smile. Let's talk today about different crowns that exist right now on the market. The newest and I think the most natural looking would be porcelain crowns. Porcelain crowns can be also consist of zirconia. Zirconia is a very durable material. There are two options in zirconia crowns. It's called anterior zirconia crown or posterior zirconia crown. Posterior zirconia crown, which will be more for your back teeth, premolars or molars, it's much stronger and it will accommodate your biting forces. The other option for crowns would be PFM or conventional porcelain fused to metal crowns. Those are wonderful options, but sometimes in the anterior region or in your smile line, I would not recommend to proceed with PFMs because they don't look as natural, they're more opaque. The other option will be full cast metal crowns. Those are silver or gold crowns. Some patients prefer to have a gold crown because it's so it sits well on the tooth and it's very biocompatible. There is also other options as titanium crowns. But I would probably suggest if you're looking to change your smile and you would like to enhance your smile, you should proceed with porcelain crowns.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Check out this Christmas scene taken on Thursday night in downtown Hazleton from the park on the corner of Laurel Street. You can see a crescent moon up there in the corner. Here's our weather now from the National Weather Service. Tonight, expect some rain, 70% chance, mainly after 2 a.m. We'll have a low of 37 degrees. And then on Saturday, we'll have rain, a high near 46 degrees, 90% chance of precipitation with new rain amounts between 1/4 and 1/2 inch possible. Saturday night, rain showers before 11 p.m., then a chance of rain and snow showers between 11 p.m. and 2 a.m. We'll have a low of 28 degrees, little or no snow accumulation expected. Sunday, scattered flurries before 8 a.m., mostly cloudy, high of 34. Sunday night, Christmas Eve, 60% chance of some light snow after 8 p.m., mostly cloudy, low of 22. On Christmas Day, we have a 60% chance of some light snow, likely before 8 a.m., high of only 27 degrees. It will be a little windy. Monday night, partly cloudy, low of 16. Tuesday, partly sunny, high of 25 degrees. Tuesday night, mostly cloudy, low of 12 degrees. Here's your midday winning lottery numbers on the green screen. Pick 2, 4, 6, pick 3, 4, 9, 3, pick 4, 8, 8, 5, 3, and pick 5, 0, 5, 4, 3, 0. The wild number is 3. Here's the final Adopt Me segment of 2017.
Hello again. Here I have with me Sammy. Sammy is an approximately 2-year-old terrier mix who, as you can see, is very lovable and affectionate. Usually terriers are pretty active and playful, but this one here prefers to be on your lap. Like all of our dogs that are up for adoption, Sammy here is current on all of his vaccines, including his rabies and distemper shot. He's also been neutered and tested for heartworm and Lyme disease, and luckily has come up negative for both. We're not sure what Sammy's like with other dogs, so as always, if you have a dog of your own and are considering adopting him, it's best to come down and do a meet and greet. That's it for this week's dog. Let's have a look at our cats. And here I have with me Buttercup. Buttercup is an approximately 2 to 3-year-old young adult, and as you can see, she's incredibly affectionate and loves to be petted and held. Buttercup is current on all of her vaccines, including her rabies and her feline distemper. She's also been spayed, and like all of our cats, has been tested for feline leukemia and FIV and has come up negative for both. As you can see, this cat is very physically unique. Not only is she polydactyl with extra digits, some of her extra digits split off into more digits, and she actually has extra pads on the bottoms of her feet. we're looking for someone for Buttercup who knows what it is to have to brush cats and is used to grooming long to medium-haired animals. That's it for this week's Pets. If anyone is interested in Sammy, Buttercup here, or any of the other animals we have up for adoption, please come on down to the Hazelton Animal Shelter here at 101 North Poplar Street, and please have a very happy holiday.
Time now for sports on SSPTV News.
The University of Maine was the first school to reach out to Hazelton Area High School's Adrian Otero, and on Wednesday, the Hazelton Area star signed his letter of intent to play for the Black Bears. Here's our story. When potential and expectation become reality, it's an exciting thing. Those are words Hazelton area head football coach Mike Brennan used when talking about senior running back and linebacker Adrian Otero receiving a scholarship to play Division I football at the University of Maine. He could very well have been talking about the entire Hazelton area football program. Brennan took over a program looking for direction, looking for stability, and looking for wins. 4 years ago, Brennan inherited an 0-10 team, but he also had rising freshman Adrian Otero on the roster.
You know, we talked before, you and I, about him being a program changer, and he was just that. I mean, he's been the cornerstone of our program for 4 years. We've built around him. He's been outstanding in the classroom. He's been outstanding, as a leader in our program and our school. And he's been outstanding on the football field. While
the coaching staff worked on settling the waters around the program, Otero powered the ship as he sailed by defenders on offense and anchored opponents on defense. It was Otero's blocked extra point that helped secure the Cougars a spot in the district's 2/4 6A title game this season. His 124 tackles helped the Cougars to their first winning season since 2009. If Otero was a star on offense, he was a black hole on defense, gobbling up whatever came his way. He'll play middle linebacker at the University of Maine.
Physically, a tremendous burst. You know, his explosiveness to the ball is outstanding. He's an A-gap, B-gap, C-gap filler, and that's exactly where Maine projects him as a Mike linebacker. And it may have hurt him sometimes in some levels of the recruiting process being a Mike linebacker, because they really felt that that was the position he would play in college. Some schools want a little more versatility in kids, but he's such a physical run stopper, and he's an edge rusher as well. And Maine uses their Mike backer just like that. He's off the edge on third down. He's filling in the run downs, and he's custom built for Maine's defense.
It was Otero's dream to play college football at the highest level, and some would think that would add even more pressure on Friday nights. But Otero lets the pressure roll off him like opposing defenders trying to slow him down.
I didn't even worry about it, it just came, I didn't think about it. Wanted to go through the high school season to get, wanted to go far. Came up short, but that's all right.
While the Cougars' bid for a district championship did fall short, their resurgence didn't go unnoticed. Otero was recently named to the Pennsylvania Football Riders 6A All-State team, along with teammates Sparky Wolk and David Smith, both juniors. It's another sign that Hazelton area is on the right path.
I really think this year was one of those breakout years for us where things sort of came together. We feel like we're just scratching the surface with some of these young kids that were named to the All-State team. Adrian was a guy senior. We're glad he was able to make it. Sparky burst onto the scene as a freshman, and really, for him to be able to be an All-Stater as a junior is outstanding. And David Smith, made those plays as well in the perimeter and became a household name in the last 2 years. So, we're looking to see. We said Adrian helped build this program. Can David and Sparky and the Damon Hortons and Jacob Huntsingers and Michael Fuchicks, can they take Nolan Snyder's? Those guys have to take the reins now. It becomes their football program.
Otero is ready to move on, but his example on and off the field will continue to push the Cougars as they try to climb even higher as a program.
You made it, you're now at the highest level in college. What advice would you give to the younger players, or maybe that you have given to some of the younger players to maybe get where you're at?
Just work hard nonstop and don't even think about it, Just do what you got to do, and you'll get there.
Otero seems pretty calm, just like the seas around the Cougar football program. So it's mission accomplished for him, and now he can set sail to another exciting adventure in his career. Otero wasn't the only local player making headlines this week. Here's our Juan Marchetti to recap a very busy week in the local sports world.
2 full days before Christmas. Hi everybody, and welcome to Short Shot. The Hazelton area Cougar boys basketball team are playing right now like a speedy locomotive, completely out of control. They're 3-0 after crushing 2 East Penn League opponents, Parkland and Whitehall, by a total of 73 points. Mother of God. And this is only the beginning of a storybook season for Joseph's Jammers. Actually, this was a pretty good week. The Cougar Wrestlers are 2-0. The Marion Phillies, behind Isabella Schwabe and Emily Schaub and company, are 6-0. MMI lost a heartbreaker last night, but Flanagan's Fearnuts are still 3-2, and ditto that for Gavio's Gals and his Lady Cougars, who rolled last night. Also this week, 3 Hazen area Cougar football players have been named to the 6A PA Football Riders All-State team. Adrian Otero, a senior linebacker who has signed to further his college football and academics for the next 4 years of his life as a Black Bear at the University of Maine. On a full ride, David Smith, a junior defensive back, and junior Sparky Wolk, athlete, and Zach Falls, a senior at Marion Catholic, earned a spot on the Class A All-State team as a defensive back. Then to top it all off, the icing on the cake for Hazelton Area High and the Hazelton area period. Lady Cougar swimmers, both juniors, Maggie Yanis and Haley Sanko, reached their career 1,000-point milestone during a WVC win over Myers on Tuesday. And it all happened at the right time, just before Christmas. But it might not be that merry of a Christmas in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. On Wednesday night, the number 5 Tar Heels' 23 home game winning streak was broken by Wolford, their first win over a nationally ranked team ever. What else? Scott Frost is the AP Coach of the Year after leading 10th-ranked Central Florida to an unbeaten season and a spot in the Peach Bowl against Auburn. Frost, a former outstanding Cornhusker quarterback, was named new head coach at Nebraska, starting after the Peach Bowl. Also, Kobe Bryant's number 8 jersey has been retired to the rafters under the roof of the Lakers' home arena. Yesterday, retired famous announcer Dick "Oh My" Enberg died suddenly at age 82. Tomorrow morning is the Elks Hoop Shoot at Holy Family Academy on 5th and Laurel in Hazelton, ages 8 to 13. Registration starts at 10:30 a.m. and the contest is at 11. For more info, call 570-956-0267. Until Monday, January 8th, from my family to yours, Merry Christmas, everybody, and wishes for a healthy and happy New Year.
SSPTV News would like to send our sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Joseph Osafat of McAdoo. Services will be held at a later date under the Damiano Funeral Home in McAdoo. David William Schmick of Zion Grove. A memorial service will be held on December 29th at 11 a.m. at the Stauffer Brensick Funeral Home in Ringtown. Friends may call from 10 to 11 a.m. prior to the service. Mary A.R. Tito of Hazelton. Friends may call Saturday from 4 to 6 p.m. at the McNulty Funeral Home in Freeland. And John W. Yem of Tamaqua. Services will be private under the Zielman Gula Funeral Home in Tamaqua.
Here's a holiday fun fact. The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, starring Jim Carrey, is the highest grossing holiday movie at the box office ever. I thought it was Home Alone. I enjoyed that one. You enjoy your holiday. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Remember, we are off next week. Thank you to the Lasan family. Special holiday programming all week, and we'll be back January 1st with a special edition featuring Dave Seaman, Standard Speaker sports editor, an astronomy segment, and so much more. Again, Merry Christmas. I'll see you all next year. Take it easy, everyone.
Watch us online anytime at ssptv.com and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.